smile at the audience and those.
Well, Dominic Missimi is a force of nature. Dominic's found a way to empower students to become leaders and then to pass the baton, to pass the torch from cast to cast.
I want them to have their voice on it as much as possible, and that's really been my goal since I took it over in 1994.
The first thing should be I'm on my upstage foot and I'm going doo-doo and I'm visible. So don't be entering late.
The minute the curtain comes down on one Waa-Mu show, a week later we're having a meeting to say, okay guys, what's the theme next year? Let's start throwing around our ideas. So my job as director is to help with the co-chairs and the student creators to make the show, to make sure that the songs have been written, that lyrics are there, and to try to make it as good as possible, and to also run the production team. I try to make it as much of a student show as possible.
During, the staging process, he is so excited and he uses his whole body getting everyone into it. And I really enjoy watching his face when he's, watching what he staged, because his face lights up when he looks at all the performers.
Northwestern is a place whose history often involves one extraordinary person who made a difference. Dominic single-handedly has created a music theater program that is second to nobody's. He's put Northwestern on the map in terms of music theater, but more importantly, he's taught a generation of performers and producers and directors who are out and working and making a difference. Music theater will have a very long and bright future at Northwestern, and people will remember, and it began with Dominic Missimi.
He's been so wonderful with just fostering relationships for people and connecting them with people they need to be connected to and that kind of thing. So he's just been such an advocate for students in the music theater program in general.
That's one of my favorite rituals when I go to New York, is I go to all of the theaters and read the casts in the lobby so I can do a big count up of all of my Waa-Mu alums and see how many of them are on Broadway. And it's usually an impressive number.
He was an incredible champion for both of us, still is,
Yeah.
and really knew how to sort of guide us as writers and give us like strong criticisms, to sort of make us work harder or be smarter about certain things, but also like an unending champion, pushing us forward and supporting us.
There's really an amazing sentiment with this year. Like, everybody's heart is really here because we want to give Dominic an amazing last show, and it's like bittersweet because it's going to be an amazing show. It's the biggest cast. It's going to have like such spectacle, and there's a lot of really wonderful numbers and a lot of big dance numbers and really cool things happening. But it's also sad because it's Dominic's last year, and so we all really want to make it amazing for him, and we're all so thankful to be a part of it, so to like give him such a wonderful send-off.
Something that started out kind of like a weak little voice suddenly turns into a giant that's filling the stage, and I don't think there's anything quite like that excitement. That's as close as kind of making a Broadway show as you can imagine when you see it, and then you add clothes to it and you add moving lights and you go, oh my gosh, what a voyage we've been on with this process of making a new work. And hopefully the voices of these kids will be heard someday when they get out and write their own big musicals for the Great White Way. We'll be there ready to clap for them.